look at the ingredients so you know what you need. The important part for this recipe is to have everything ready before you start cooking your condensed milk. So we're starting with spraying our baking pan with the non-stick spray. And then we're going to line it with the parchment paper, and then we're going to spray the paper as well. We don't want anything to stick. Now you want to have your spoon for mixing ready and all the ingredients handy. After we prepared our baking tray and we're having it handy next to our pot, we're going to add our condensed milk into our heavy bottom, high side pot. Make sure that it's like this because it can get very hot, it can really burn. So to my pot, I'm adding my condensed milk, my butter, my cream, and my vanilla essence. Now, I'm putting it first on high just because I want my butter to melt quickly. So I'm going to be stirring it until my butter is nice and melted. And when this happens, I'm going to bring my heat to medium, and then I'm going to set my timer for exactly 20 minutes. And now I'm going to be stirring it at the beginning from time to time. You don't have to do it constantly, but after 7-8 minutes you want to be stirring constantly. And now it's going to get to boil. If it's boiling too fast, bring the temperature a little bit lower, but we're cooking it until it gets nice and thick, just like this. Usually around 20 minutes it has a nice light brown color and it's nice and thick, and that's the time to give it a final stir and pour it onto your prepared parchment paper. Then using the back of the spoon, I'm going to even it out as much as I can, and then I'm going to leave it to cool down for around 20 minutes to half an hour, so it's workable that you can touch it with your fingers. Then we're going to remove it from the baking pan, and I'm going to keep it on my parchment paper. And with the little heart shapes, I'm going to cut out my beautiful heart caramels. Because we're cutting out the hearts, we have the leftovers, and we can still fold them nicely and flatten them to cut some more hearts. Now, originally they would look like little rectangles like this. Okay, then I'm going to arrange them on my cooling rack just to let them set a little bit more and cool down before I'm going to be dipping them in the melted chocolate. Now, because the caramels are pretty sweet, I would suggest the bittersweet chocolate, but with my kids, bittersweet chocolate doesn't go, so I actually had a milk chocolate here, which I melted in the microwave. I popped it in the microwave 2 times for 30 seconds, and that's how it looked like. And then using a toothpick, I'm going to poke it into my caramels and then dip them in the chocolate, tap it to get rid of any excess chocolate. And then I'm just going to stick them in my styrofoam cube, just ready for that. Now you can also just use 2 forks, dip it in the chocolate, then just putting it on the cooling rack and let them dry. They will just have at the bottom a little bit with the lines. If you like it, you can also, after you dip them in the chocolate, dip them in some crushed nuts. I did that with few, and I have to tell you that I really like it. I actually used some salted roasted peanuts. And that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. As usually, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye!